Okay.
May I ask who seconded that motion?
I did.
Thank you. That's what I thought it was. Don't want to guess.
I'll say I turned this way when I said it, so I apologize.
Okay, and then we will, under new business, move to item B, which is the Toma Youth Hockey Agreement for this year.
It's been 2 years since the Toma Youth Hockey has come to the school board to ask for an increase in the youth hockey agreement. At this time, it's $2,500. They're asking for a $500 increase to $300, which $3,000. I'm sorry. Thank you, Jerry. Is still a great deal for the school district to be able to utilize that facility for our youth hockey for $3,000. Ask them to just kind of give us some ideas for the increase. Part of it is the cost of continued utilities, and it costs quite a bit to heat those. I shouldn't say heat those, to cool the ice and to keep it cold over the course of the high school hockey season. Also, they as we have been, they're also adding bleachers to make that a more safe and better environment for spectators and more accessible. They also have to start thinking about a fund for replacing the boards and the glass. And again, it's been a couple of years since they've increased the fees. So we would look to approve that $500 increase for the Toma Youth Hockey Program. And then they also said, you know, would we be interested in considering, instead of seeing such a large amount every 2 years, possibly an increase, which I could bring back to at some point in time, but an annual increase rather than a year or two.
Quick question. I certainly have no problem approving that, but why don't we get this when we're doing the budget?
It's never been done that way.
Okay. It just seems it would make more sense for them to propose this to us when we're developing our budget rather than now, because now it obviously has to come from someplace else, and we'll find it. And as we should. You're right, it's a great deal, and this organization is a wonderful partner. But I just would like to see it in the budget process rather than now.
Sure.
So I asked them to bring back, if they're going to propose the increase, if they could bring that back in April and May so we can build it in.
That's good.
Yep, no problem.
Do you typically put something in the budget for this, Greg? Or
For
is
an
it
increase? No,
not an
and part of it
increase?
is because it's a $500 increase.
Yeah.
We have a substantial
Yeah,
budget
and
that we can
we'll
absorb
we'll
those.
find
But
it.
it's Mary Ellen hit it right on the head. We may not have actually planned for those dollars, but it was going to be used for something else.
Sure.
So we are not doing something that we would have done with that $500. But, you know, in any budget, you're going to build in for things like this. I mean,
So you planned for what we had prior. We had
the
spent prior
$2,500
years,
is yes.
Just the
It's
extras,
the miscellaneous.
unbudgeted.
Sure.
You know. And also keep in mind, we do make sure that we're able to. We know there's going to be miscellaneous things that are going to come up when we plan for it, and I would consider that as a miscellaneous and really not a huge cost to the district. So.
And I would make a motion to approve it.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second then to approve the agreement with the Toma Youth Hockey Association for $3,000 for our next agreement with them. And this, you said, is a one-year agreement,
Yes.
correct?
And we bring that. This comes every year about this time.
And then again, we can, as we discuss this, in hopes that they would review it and be able to give us what they feel they would need for next year, then more towards April.
Yep.
Okay. That's a great idea. Any further discussion?
It's a tremendous value. Yeah,
It is.
Absolutely.
It's
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed?